We hot.
Good morning, Sugar Pop.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Good. You seem a little bit more alive this morning than yesterday.
Happy Wednesday, you guys. Oh my gosh.
Happy Wednesday, guys.
And welcome back to another episode of
We Shouldn't Have a Podcast, but we do. But we do. We shouldn't have a podcast, but we do. And you're listening to it.
Oh, wow.
Baby. Miss doing that.
Yeah, thanks for noticing. I am doing better today. It's so crazy because yesterday I thought you were like the worst person maybe that I've ever met.
Yeah.
But then I just realized I'm starting my cycle. So it was so crazy. It was just a cute little switch up.
Funny how that works.
No, it's so crazy doing a 5 mornings a week podcast with your spouse because like you like have to get over things quick, which is like a beautiful thing. You get to get it over things quick.
Yeah.
And then if you don't, you just make a fool of yourself on the internet. And you know what? I've done that for years and years. I've done that for a decade. So it is what it is.
You're used to it.
We're real here on We Should Have a Podcast. And
the realest podcast out for sure.
Yeah. Just is what it is. So I apologize yesterday for my low energy.
It's all good.
I was just working through some things mentally.
Hey, we have those days. You're allowed to have those days.
Appreciate that.
God gives us grace.
Yep. And yesterday I posted this on my Instagram story. If you don't follow me on Instagram, literally, what are you doing? It's probably like the best follow you could have. But I posted on my story how I've been reading through Mark for funsies, and yesterday I read Mark 11 verse 25, and I'm going to paraphrase because I don't really remember the formal version.
Yeah.
But it was basically forgive if you have anything against anyone so that God can forgive you of your trespasses. And I was
say that again so I can go over somebody's head.
Forgive.
Yeah.
If you have anything against anyone so that the Lord can forgive you of your trespasses. And I was like, well, great thing that I have no trespasses, right? Like, oops. Pride.
Well,
that's probably not great.
I don't think any wife has any trespasses.
Exactly. So I kind of just skimmed over it and I was like, oh, I guess we're moving on. No.
You guys are perfect.
It absolutely convicted me. And I was like, I'm going to go down there and I'm going to forgive. And I told Jackie, I'm forgiving because God asked me to. Like, just so silly.
You
just
smell
so
good.
Thank you. I'm wearing the perfume that we bought on our engagement trip.
You smell great.
Which I was thinking about that this morning. I really want to stop using it so willy-nilly. I want us to like use it if you're cool with this. If we could like come to agreement.
I've never even used it.
Yeah, I know. I use it willy-nilly. I want to like do like we did where we saved this bottle of perfume. We bought it on our engagement trip in Mexico. We saved it and we both wore it on our wedding day. And then I was thinking, let's wear it like on our vacations together.
I love that.
Or our anniversaries or something.
The one it's perfume, I believe, the Le Labo. Le Labo, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but that one reminds me of St. Martin. Or no, yeah, St. Martin.
St. Martin?
St. Vincent.
Oh,
because
gotcha.
in Canawan, that's
my Le Labo from the wedding. Okay.
Yes. I'll spray it on.
But the one we got, we wore the one we got in Mexico too.
Correct. Yeah. But those both make me they just smell very much like vacation.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy how your brain smells something, take you back to that.
Yep.
The exact time and place.
I put that perfume on this morning and I was like, it's just, no, I don't want to ruin the memory aspect of it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want it to be like, oh, just a random Wednesday I wear this. No, so I apologize. I'm not going to do it anymore.
It's all good.
And
no reason to apologize.
Yeah. So but I think we should take it to Italy next week and share it.
Share it? What you mean?
Like both wear it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm down.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm down for that.
I'm so excited.
I thought that was 2 weeks from now.
It's next week.
Next week. Damn, that's crazy.
Next week,
wow.
Literally in like a week.
Wow. Time is flying.
Yeah, because we go to New York.
Flying.
Oh, by the way, we were talking about maybe going to New York this weekend. Why don't you tell them to stay? Because we're going to be there on Wednesday or Thursday.
Okay. I didn't realize we were flying. I didn't realize that we were...
We're flying through there, both there and back.
Correct.
So.
We're staying the night?
not on the way there, but we could just switch it by a day, like, because we already have the flight. We could just, and I did it through points, so we could just move it up a day or something.
Let's talk about it after.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot we're recording.
Afterwards.
No, but I meant to tell you that. Anyways, welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Great day.
What we got?
Sun shining.
Yesterday we went for a record on the shortest podcast ever.
Yeah, no, it was so good.
Which was nice.
Even when I'm going through trials, I'm breaking records. It's kind of crazy.
I've been reading some of these things on this board. Some of them I know what it is, but we'll get to the rest of it. I'm very curious to hear.
First, we have to talk about your look, because I just feel like maybe you got an idea from someone somewhere. Like maybe you saw something, or maybe you didn't see something. Maybe
I didn't see anything.
You couldn't see anything. Get it? Where'd the inspo come from this? Like, was it maybe like a 5'9", brunette, blonde, brown eyes, olive skin? Beautiful.
How'd you guess? No, have you worn this recently or something? Am I missing something?
I wore a camo sweatshirt yesterday on the podcast.
Did you? Okay, yeah. I mean,
and you complimented me.
I did. I honestly, a lot of the day, my day like operates in it's like 2 days. So it's like I have the morning, and then whatever happens in the morning, I almost forget, and then I move to the afternoon. I move to the afternoon to then prepare for. And that we shut down at 6-7, then we start back up. So it's like I'm not even.
I get that.
Yeah, but I do remember that yesterday, and yes, I loved your cam. I've been in a big camo mood. I'm a big camo Crocs guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you've seen me around, you've probably seen me in camo Crocs at some point.
Yeah, dead serious. He looked at me the other day and he was like, "I think I'm gonna wear camo Crocs for the rest of my life." And I was like, yippee-ki-yay, yay for me. No, I really don't mind. I honestly think you look so hot in Crocs.
Thank you.
I have done this to myself. I buy them for you.
Yeah, you did. I actually lost a pair
the first
year.
pair I bought you for Valentine's Day.
Correct. And so she actually replaced the camo pair of Crocs that I have had. So just like it's a great shoe. I don't know. It's so comfortable. It really works
for you.
It does.
You're blessed in that way. Because remember, I had Crocs for that week. Yeah. And I gave them away. Because they're just not.
Yeah, you have to embrace the Croc lifestyle.
I love them.
Abby actually, Abby Seitel, everyone, she's a friend of ours. Yeah. She had commented back about, it said something about Crocs. And
on the podcast?
No.
Podcast.
Just on Instagram, and she responded back. And then I said the next thing for me to do is to get the what is it? The monogram things that go in the Crocs.
Yeah, they're like the pop things. What are they called?
I don't know. I don't know. We got them for your nieces, but I was telling her, I said that might be a hard sell for me to get Lacey to do. She's like, just get her initials and she'll let you do it. And I said, that is actually genius.
You know that I'm just vain enough that you walking around with my.
Yeah, I mean, I have your name tattooed on me, so.
You do. I forget
which I don't think
that.
we've ever shared that with the podcast, or we've shared that with anybody.
No, we haven't.
And I don't think anybody.
Your family, your parents don't know. No one knows.
This is hard. Yeah, that is new information. Nobody knew that.
Oh my gosh.
I spy. I'll never tell you where it's at.
So cliche. Why is that something that we feel like we can't tell people?
It's not even that I felt like we couldn't tell anyone. It's just like one of those things where it was like, what would be the point? It'd be like, I got her name tattooed on me.
I know, but we definitely had the thing of let's not tell people because they're gonna be like, you're gonna jinx it.
I didn't.
Oh, I thought you told me not to tell.
No, I never said that.
It's so crazy how different our realities are.
It's so different. Yeah, it's so crazy on things you hear me say and what you don't hear me say. I never said don't tell anybody.
I could have sworn.
I got it as a surprise, and I was saying that was.
You did. It was really sweet.
I got it as a surprise. I told you I was gonna go do it. Did it, and then I was just like, yeah. If people ask me, I'll obviously tell them. But it's not like I'm like, look, guys.
We're not showing where it is.
Well, yeah. So, yeah.
Interesting.
It's a really well done tattoo as well.
I want your body angled towards me. I want you looking me dead in my eyes.
Maybe
Can I get that?
Maybe if you put a please behind it.
Oh my gosh, por favor. I would just love it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, it's switching up my vibe. I'm loving it.
Nice.
I have to tell you something though regarding this tattoo.
Okay, what about it?
So this is something you've never known. This is a secret I've kept from you.
Oh gosh. And you decided today was a good day to.
Yep. I mean, look at me. I'm just kind of like glowing. I'm excited. I think today's the day.
Okay.
So there's been this running joke with my girlfriends in my Bible study group. Where I tell them like, so I'm like going through an experiment right now with Jackie, and it'll be different things that I've learned like from scripture or like books that I've read. Like I'll start trying things in our marriage, like communication wise.
Yeah, you've hinted to me this a little bit, like a couple months ago. You did, yeah.
So this tattoo actually happened during one of my experiments.
Really?
Yeah, it was when I was reading the Love and Respect book. Mm-hmm. Do you remember when things shifted when I stopped like talking back so much and I just started like I know that
so you're saying
still happens.
So you're saying you manipulated me?
No, I'm saying it was the concept of the Love and Respect book about, I was like, I'm gonna fully commit to this and I'm gonna like respect him above all else and just like let him like lead whatever. And that was when like 2-3 weeks in a row you would come home from away trips and you'd like bring me little gifts and you were so loving, and then you surprised me with this ooh. And I was like, oh my gosh, this experiment is elite. So maybe, just maybe, you'll never know when, but I might kick it back into overdrive.
I'm weak.
His life was good. And then I accidentally fall out of them, like we'll get in like one tiff and then I just get out of routine, but I've kept up with some of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I never even noticed. Us guys, we're simple. You can trick us and manipulate us.
No, it wasn't a trick. It's bettering our marriage.
No, I know what you mean.
But I was just like challenging myself. Like the experiments are me challenging myself to try something new, a new approach with you.
Yeah. So the question is, when are you getting yours?
I have some ideas.
I figured you were. I've like thought there was been a couple of times where I'm like, she's gonna surprise me, and
yeah,
because you've said you've wanted more, not my name specifically, but you've said you've wanted more tattoos.
I have an idea for you though, like for what I would get in honor of you. It's not your name.
No, I don't think you should get my name.
But there's actually one that like includes your initial. There's two that I have an idea for. I've told you about both of them.
Think it through.
I know my issue, not my issue, but the roadblock I run into is modeling. Like right now.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah.
But
mine are like, I have 50 something tattoos. So I can get a tattoo. And if I don't say anything and it heals up, you would probably never notice. You would never know that I have a tattoo. So
whereas I have to like get it approved. If I want to tone my hair, I need to like get approval, and that's just the nature of the beast, like because there's photos involved, there's clients involved that think they're getting one thing.
Is it more work to edit those things out?
I don't think that even like all the clients would edit them out. It's just that they need to know what they're signing up for. Like they need to know
a certain aesthetic they're trying to build.
Well, yeah, like if I show up to work for them and then I have like a tattoo that doesn't align with their brand that they weren't privy of prior, that's unfair.
Yeah.
It's like selling false advertising, basically.
No, yeah, I know. No, you would never do it walking into a job for sure. I'm just saying, like, in the grand scheme of things. I've always wondered about that. So my modeling career's done so.
No, like Naked, who I model for in Sweden, they love my tattoos.
Yeah.
So it just maybe
just depends.
It pushes you down certain paths with brands, like as far as there's going to be some brands that don't want tattoos and then there's some that welcome them.
I remember way back when Cara Delevingne like first got super popular, and it was like for whatever reason I remember it being a big thing, like her getting like that hand tattoo,
the lion
and the hand tattoo where she got Cara across the thing, and that just being like, she's like, yeah, they just keep telling me not to get them, and I'm like, why? And so I remember her having to get some of them edited out. I don't know why.
But then there's some covers where it's like straight up showing.
She was just so popping and so popular that time. Like her and Rihanna were best friends. Yeah, I think they still are. But
it's definitely easier for if you're a model to have that edited out than like an actress. Yeah. Because an actress, they have to sit there and do makeup on them for an hour before they can go to set. And I've had makeup put over my tattoos before.
Yeah, no, for sure. I knew that they did that. So what's up with, why did you put Charlotte on there?
Oh, I just wanted to fill them in. So we have a little whiteboard, you guys, that sits behind our camera. It's really cute. I actually really enjoy our time in the mornings where we fill out the whiteboard that just kind of talks about, I don't know, it keeps us with reminders of what we want to talk about. But I put Charlotte on there because we're going to visit my friend this weekend. Our friend.
Yeah.
Our friends.
Friends.
My good friend Sarah met a man's
last year.
2021.
No. So
No, it was last year.
It was last year.
It was? Yeah. Yep. And then he lives in Charlotte, and she ended up moving there because she was moving out of Nashville anyways. We've been saying we really want to go visit them. Obviously, it's hard to do when you live overseas, so now's the time. It's happening.
Charlotte is in I was actually in Charlotte last year on business, but we ate at an amazing restaurant while we were there, and I've just heard that as far as like real estate and just the city itself, I've heard that it's growing. And actually, no, I had a teammate that's lived there and is from there, so I just know that there's this. I've heard so many good things about it. I know the city is booming, so I'm excited to see what Charlotte has to offer.
Did you know what they're known for?
Charlotte.
It's a delicacy.
It's a delicacy. In Charlotte. I don't. Charleston Chew. No. Okay, that would be South Carolina anyway. So tell me.
Pig's ear.
Pig's ear. Really? I've actually, so funny enough you say that, when we lived in Bosnia, I actually ate pig's head. Are you just capping right now? It's crazy. That's wild. Pig's ear. Charlotte, you got people speaking down on your name and hating on you for no
And now you've
good
admitted to
reason.
the internet you ate a pig's head.
I did. It was a delicacy. It was really good.
Oh my god.
People eat pig snout, chitlins, eat pig intestine, all that. But
that made me forget about your nickname. I haven't called you Snouty in so long. There was a while there where in the mornings he would wake up and like snout at me or it's the best. And so that sound is like the cutest sound. I don't know why. And you got the nickname Snouty.
Snouty. Yeah, you haven't called me that in a while.
Oh my gosh, let's start it back up.
Now everyone's going to call me that.
Yeah, so if y'all have any recommendations for Charlotte, I mean, I'm sure they're gonna set us up with some reservations, some touristy things. But
I'm all hands off. I'm gonna let them show me the city.
Yeah, Sarah's so excited.
I love doing that. I love when I'm able to come there and just be like,
what are we doing?
Show me the things that the tourists aren't doing.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm kind of opposite. I'm like, show me what the tourists are doing.
Yeah, a mix.
Yeah.
I have no expectation. I'm excited though.
I am too.
Yeah.
I have a surprise for you guys.
Who's you guys?
You, Sarah, and Max.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be good.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Maybe I'll tell you Friday on the podcast.
Okay.
We'll see.
We're leaving after the podcast Friday, so
it's gonna be a road trip with my road trip buddy.
We've talked about potentially doing the podcast while we're driving. We could do.
We could do.
That
could be fun. But you would have the sounds of the road and.
No, you would not. No, not really. And you would.
Like that.
I don't think so. Because I'd be able to cut out the background noise when I edit the podcast. But only thing is, we probably wouldn't have video.
Yeah.
We could have video.
We'll see what we do.
I'll test some things out. It's gonna be a busy end of the week, so.
Bring, bring, bring.
Yes.
Bring, bring,
I really want to talk about this.
Bring.
Hello.
Yay.
What? What?
Yay. Will you sell me your shares of Skims? Please.
We're gonna work on that one. We're gonna work on that bit. Kanye sold his stake of Skims back to his ex-wife Kim Kardashian.
And I bet that's exactly how the phone call went.
You think?
No.
I think he probably made. I don't want to speculate on anything other than the fact that I want to know how much that stake was, and I'm gonna guess it was probably, if he had to be a majority owner. in the company.
You think?
Had to be. He started, like, they started the company together. Like, Skims was a branch of Yeezy.
It's so sad. It makes me so sad.
Well, yeah, Skims was a branch of Yeezy. So what Yeezy was using, Skims is made in Turkey, for anyone that didn't know. They have really high quality textiles, but all of the Skims, everything. So like they had that the year that he bought her all of those stocks in Netflix and Apple, and when he gave it to her on that private jet, remember, was the same time she was like building Skims and all that stuff kind of. And so I think that they went in on Skims together.
I mean, it would make sense.
It would make sense because they were husband and wife, and why wouldn't you invest in that?
Why do you put the air so low? I'm so cold. I'm so cold.
But I think it was probably worth, like, had to be upwards of, like, I would say 30.
Your nose itch.
Yeah, 40 M's. What? You are such a hater. Oh my gosh. Don't worry about don't worry about how I'm saying it. Worry about what I'm saying, baby. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Take it away.
Okay.
Take it away.
I would only be able to afford about 30 or 40 Bs. Benjamins. Oh, I guess that still stand for billions. Wait,
Yeah,
which one's
like
Benjamin
billions?
on?
Benjamin Franklin is on the $100 bill.
Oh, no. Who's on the dollar?
George Washington?
Jeez.
Do you know who's on the $20 bill? Andrew Jackson, I believe. Yeah, Andrew Jackson.
I was going to say Aretha Franklin. I'm kidding. But did you see the whole thing about her will?
No.
They found her will. She died 9 months ago. Rest in peace, Aretha Franklin.
Yes,
I grew up listening to her nonstop. Amazing talent. We all know. We love her. But they found her will in her couch. They
found her will?
Exactly. This is what's fishy. They found a will in her couch that was made. Can I move this?
Yeah, of course.
In 2014. And they're, like, I guess going back and forth on whether it's going to be valid or not. But I can't remember if it was
definitely valid.
I can't remember if it was her son though, or if, like, who is like arguing about getting things from the. But my thing is, like, what if he planted something? Like, if her attorney doesn't have a record of her 2014 will, who's to say it's actually legal?
See, this is the type of things that make me shake my head. It's like people believe that, like, all these celebrities have it all figured out, that they have these wills and these trusts in place, and it's like the fact that she can die and pass away, and we find the will in her couch.
Isn't it fishy vibes?
It is very, very fishy. The fact that her lawyer, whether it was her, I don't know anything about her passing away. If it was abrupt or what it is, I guess I can only go off of what you're telling me. But why her lawyer wouldn't have a copy of her will?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Went write it up, and it was made in 2014. So, however many years ago.
Almost 10 years ago.
Yeah, 10 years ago is interesting. Okay,
let's see. So the jury decides that 2014 document found in Aretha Franklin's couch is a valid will.
Yep. I would assume it is.
A document handwritten by singer Aretha Franklin and found in her couch after her 2018 death? Why did I say 9 months ago? I thought they said
maybe because that's maybe
this has been going on for 9 months. Yeah. Oh my gosh, so sorry. Ew, I'm so out of the loop.
There you go.
That was 5 years ago.
I was gonna say I hadn't heard anything about that, but I was gonna say maybe I missed it.
That's my bad, you guys. Anyways, her 2018 death is a valid Michigan will, a jury said Tuesday. A critical turn in a dispute that has turned her sons against each other. It's a victory for, I don't know how to say this name, K-Calf? K-Calf?
Is that her son's name?
Yeah. K-Calf?
Is he the older or the youngest?
Franklin and Edward Franklin, I'm not sure, whose lawyers had argued that papers dated 2014 should override a 2010 will that was discovered around the same time in a locked cabinet at the Queen of Souls home in suburban Detroit. The jury deliberated less than an hour after a brief trial that started Monday. After the verdict was read, Aretha Franklin's grandchildren stepped forward from the first row to hug, I can't say his name, I'm going to say Kay and Edward, and says, "I'm very, very happy. I just wanted my mother's wishes to be adhered to. We just want to exhale right now. It's been a long 5 years for my family and my children."
I'm sure
Dang.
he did. I'm sure he did wish that his mother's wishes were granted. I'm sure he was happy if he was on the winning side of it. I'm wonder what was what was in the will that was so.
I know, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Oh, it says Kakaf and Edward. I'm butchering that. I just know
okay.
it.
It's
had
right.
teamed up against brother Ted White II, who favored the 2010 will. So the other Kay and Edward wanted the 2014 will. Ted wanted the 2010 will.
Mm-hmm. But what's the difference?
I'm sure he just was getting more. I don't know.
Well, I was going to say, is it her master's? Is it a certain set of money? Is it the estate? Is it... Aretha Franklin didn't have an estate set up?
The jury found that the 2014 version was signed by Aretha Franklin, who put a smiley face in the letter A.
Weak.
And that she, at the beginning of it, wrote, "This is my will."
Tell you what, people, if you don't have a will and you don't have a trust, get one set up, because this is the type of things that, like, when you leave this earth, you got things like this that go on. People try to go after money and try to, like, set it up now so that it is legally binding, because if somebody writes something and throws it in your couch, if you live in Michigan, it doesn't matter if you had one that was locked away in your safe. They're telling you right here that if they find this in a couch and it's post dates the other will, this one's gonna last. And so, like, make sure you got your beneficiaries figured out, all that.
So here's the difference. It says the 2014 will says that Kay and grandchildren would get his mother's main home in Bloomfield Hills, which was valued at $1.1 million when she passed, but it's worth much more today.
Well, there you go.
But the older one said, the 2010 one said, that Kay and Edward must take business classes and get a certificate or a degree to benefit from the estate. But that provision is not in the 2014 version. So White, the older brother, I guess I'm assuming, who played guitar with Aretha Franklin, testified against the 2014 will, saying his mother typically would get important documents done conventionally and legally and with assistance from an attorney. He did not immediately comment after the verdict.
Interesting.
Oh my gosh, he's saying he told the jury, wait, who said this? Basically that White wants to disinherit his two brothers and Teddy wants it all. Dang.
Interesting. Man, you just hate to see families get torn apart by money and greed, and at the end of the day, hopefully they can reconcile and figure things out, but they're hopefully they do right by Aretha Franklin, and they
I just hope that they remain bruvs.
Sounds like it's going to be a little minute since they were just at trial.
Speaking of like just trials and all these things, I saw two crazy things about cults. Okay.
Cults.
Okay. So first thing is that Leslie Van Houten, who was a part of the Manson family, was released either yesterday or today from prison. She's been in there since 1969. She helped with the murders when she was 19 years old.
She was one of the first girls that he brought in, that he was getting pregnant and all this stuff. Yeah.
So she was in there from 1969 until now. So,
do you remember us listening to that documentary last year?
Yeah, that's why I thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
If you haven't ever learned about the Manson family, it's a wild and interesting story. But yeah, I had never heard about it. So we road trip so much, and so we listened to
I wish I could remember the name of that podcast.
I mean, you could probably just type in Manson family on podcast and
it's the first
it will pop up. Yeah. But she got released today, which is pretty wild. I think she's been in prison since.
How old is she?
That's 54 years. She's been in prison for 54 years.
So she's be close to
54 plus 20 would be 74 minus 1. She's 73. Oh my gosh. Wow.
I mean, hopefully
the fact that she survived that long in prison.
Does she have, crazy.
Wild.
That's pretty insane.
So then I saw beyond that, I'm going to read because it's a little bit more.
Did I say One Tree Hill?
Yes. So One Tree Hill, which we both loved that show.
Loved One Tree Hill. That was when it was the WB.
Yeah. What was the girl's name that married Nathan Scott?
Not Paige. Brooke?
No,
Paige. The blonde girl. Blonde?
No.
Rachel?
It might have been Rachel. Her
Oh no. Not Sophia Bush?
No. Her name's Bethany Joy Lenz in real life, but I can't remember her character name. Anyways, you remember her.
Oh, yeah.
So she
yeah.
came out, I guess is coming out with a book, but she talks about that she was in a cult for a decade.
What?
She was in a cult for a decade. Says the One Tree Hill actress recently reflected on her decade-long experience in a cult, explaining to her former co-stars Sophia Bush and Hillary Burton that she's hoping to one day detail the experience in a book. Okay, so I'm wrong. She doesn't have a book out. She wants to write about it. I was in a cult for 10 years, Bethany shared on July 10th episode of the One Tree Hill alums podcast, Drama Queens. Ooh, we got to listen to that.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a really valuable experience to write about, and the recovery, 10 years of recovery after that. So there's a lot to tell. It's a story she wants to share, but the 42-year-old, who didn't elaborate further on any details surrounding the cult, citing legal reasons, acknowledged the various obstacles in her way.
It was Nixon. It was Nevum or whatever it was.
I don't know.
Because that would have been somebody that she would have ran into, because she worked on that girl that got caught with, it's like Nixon, whatever it's called. You know what I'm talking about. The
No.
thing that was in upstate New York. The Nivum, they tried to get Emma Watson. They tried to get a couple of these celebrities. They were like trying to groom them. But one of the girls that was a part of this, trying to bring women in, worked on the CWWB on the show Smallville. So she could maybe she was a part of that, because there's some trial, there was something going on where they got all these people got caught. You can type it in. It's like called Nixum or Nevum. It's like NIX or NIVX.
Crazy.
And yeah, this guy it's like essentially some Charles Manson type stuff.
It may be.
So maybe that's what it is.
She says the pressure of getting it right and everything having to be exactly real and all the people that are involved. Also, I don't know how much I can say because there are still people and legal things in place that make it more complicated for the timing.
It could have been that.
So I just thought that was wild.
Yeah, it sounds like it's the same. Like it sounds like it's that cult.
Yeah.
That's what's going on. Do you want to talk about that first thing you got right there with?
I just wanted to say one thing.
Okay.
Things are rising. Things are rising. Things are rising, 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 rising.
You going real off script today. I don't know what is going on with you.
Things are rising, 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 rising. Guess what?
What?
0.2% rise in inflation once again in the month of June.
Oh wow. Dang. That's not good. It's not great.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
That was all.
How do you feel about inflation?
I don't like anything inflating unless it's my inner tubes.
Love that. Nah. Yeah, inflation is real, people.
That was all. I just we had our discussion about a recession, but I'm just saying inflation is still occurring.
We need to listen to the Zane and Call Her Daddy podcast.
Yeah, we should. I would love
to listen. I want to hear what he has to say, because he doesn't do too many podcasts.
Yeah. I don't know. Just from what I've seen, it feels like he was pretty PC, which is fine. But it just was like I didn't feel like I really gained any more information just off the blurbs.
No, it was definitely a preview. It interests me. But my whole thing is it a show face type of deal, or is it he's releasing new music? Because it sounded like they were playing some of his new music over it. So I'm just curious of like why now? Why Call Her Daddy? Seems like there would have been other platforms, but I think maybe he, like I said, it makes sense if he's like releasing music or something, because his demographic is a lot of women listen to him, I feel like. So
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it makes sense for any celebrity right now to go on Call Her Daddy if they want coverage. You know, like it's just right now it's the Ellen show. I don't know. Like
that actually is a really valid point. That actually is a very valid point. She is that's actually very, very, very valid. It makes a lot of sense.
But yeah, it does feel like there was a motive behind it.
I'm talking about on his end, not with her. Like, of course she's going to take the interview.
No, yeah, I'm saying there's a motive for him on why he would want that exposure right now. I don't know what that is, but
ouch.
I don't know. That hurt you?
Yeah, I'm really sore right there.
Wow.
I'm really sore. That hurt.
I'm sorry. I
okay. No,
I didn't
you're
know
okay.
my
It was like
pointer finger could
no, I'm saying it was like right.
pain.
It was just like right on that. You know that nerve that runs like right there. Just like you just pressed it like perfectly. Holy moly!
Oh.
It's okay.
Goodness, I'm so sorry.
You want to massage it though? That's fine.
No. I'm scared. Ow. Scared to touch you.
I can't never get a good massage out of you.
Because look at how you just reacted. That was wild.
Love Island.
Yep, let's chit chat about it. Everyone's in love.
How long is that gonna last?
Not long.
How'd you feel about last night's episode?
Like it was good. It was good. The movie night from Sunday's always good, and then the episodes after that, like everyone's just getting back on track.
Why do the guys have to be so dumb that we can't get more like it was like so lopsided on the footage where I'm like, I wish that they spent all that time getting all those clips together. Why in the world would you not save enough time to do all of the videos?
And that's the point of the game.
I'm just like, man, like can y'all?
They probably have enough for if each team won every question.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like if there's 6 questions, there's 6 movies.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah. It's just like I wish we could have like there were some titles up there where I was like, you know, who because some people
choose is always interesting.
What
to me.
they choose is so interesting. But Mitch got off like Mitch. If you guys are not watching Love Island UK, I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was Mitch has just kind of got off scot-free again.
Yeah.
No pun intended. Because Scott's trying to get his grab
Scott's
his girl.
the only guy in there that's like not an Amber, but Amber's like not hasn't been here long.
Scott and too, it seems like the villa doesn't like him for whatever reason.
He's been rude to quite a few people.
Yeah, he's been rude to quite a few people. But hasn't done anything in my eyes that is like warranted like everyone, because before it was him and Catherine, now it's just him by himself now that Catherine's moved on. So yeah.
Yep.
I like how Tyreek's moving right now.
Everyone's real coupled up.
Everyone's real coupled up. There's going to be some sort right now. You're probably going to start seeing where they're trying to jockey for that number 1 spot to be that one of the last 5 couples remaining.
Yeah, now it's like time to play the game.
Can you give me because I think that after Cost Some More, I think there's only like 1 or 2 more bombshells that maybe come in. Can you give me your opinion on who you think the top 3 the top 3 is going to be
of like who would win
of the top 3 of the final? 'Cause I think we're only a couple weeks out.
Is her name? Catherine. I forget her man's name.
I don't know what her
I feel like they have
is.
a good chance.
They have a shot.
I feel like I'm trying to think of everybody. I feel like them, Tyreek and Ella, just because of how much Tyreek's grown.
They'll get a shot, yeah.
And then, like, as annoying as it is, like Zach and Molly.
You think? I don't think that they're going to get it, because I think.
But the fan voting on here shocks me every single year.
Yeah, it is interesting because what I read on I only reason I go to Twitter now is because Threads doesn't let you do hashtags yet. So I'll go look at the hashtags on Twitter to see what people are saying from the UK about Love Island. And people seem to like Scott, and they like Mitch. I don't like, it's like 50-50 on Mitch. So I think whoever couples up with Scott, I think is, for whatever reason, unless something crazy happens, I think it's going to be Tyreek and Ella. I think I I want low key. I think because solely because of Jess. I think if Sammy stays with her, I think that they maybe push in.
I love Jess so much. I feel like Sammy doesn't deserve her.
No, he doesn't. No,
I just it makes me sad because she has just been such a real one, and I'm not sure that he can give that same loyalty in return.
In Montel and Leah.
I really like Montel and Leah, actually.
I do too. He's been a little brazy. He got talked up by Tyreek. Tyreek really gassed him up. But I think Montel and Leah have a very good shot of actually winning.
Yeah.
Potentially. I think that they're at the point where that Casa Amor wasn't too it was bad, but it wasn't too crazy to where she was just like, okay, if this happens again, I'm done. Mm-hmm. So I think that they have an opportunity to kind of it's
very genuine between them two.
I would agree. So I think that I think Zach and Molly, I truly don't believe that they will.
Why they cringe me out?
They'll be
so
top
bad.
5. They'll be top 5, but I don't think they'll make it top 3.
Yeah, so. I feel like she's just always performing for the show, and that part I think she really likes him, but as far as trying to make it look perfect, that part makes me uncomfy.
Yeah, interesting to see. It's been these past 2 weeks has been really good. What?
Did I touch the nerve again?
You are so weird. It's so crazy.
Oh, I love you.
I love you too.
Way for us to get back on track.
Yeah. Yes, it's just been a slow week, guys. The news front. It has. We discussed Atlanta.
Good thing we're just so exciting beyond the news.
Exactly. Is there anything else you wanna fill us in about?
No.
Or anything you got going on in your personal life? Anything you want to share?
I've been dating this guy. He's really cute.
You've been dating a guy?
Yeah, I'm do a podcast with him. Isn't it we are still dating, right? You can date your spouse.
Correct. Yes, you can.
I think I want to have that mentality more.
Yeah, we're married.
Oh, yeah.
We can go on. Yes, date your significant other. Yes, I've heard that. Mm-hmm. I've heard that terminology used before.
I'm excited for Italy because I feel like we're gonna be dating.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I love that. I'm excited. I'm excited for the Italy trip. I'm excited to be there and see what Italy has to offer.
Today.
What's that?
I need to book hotels today.
Yes. I'm excited. Just Italy just has so much history.
Yes, and I love that you enjoy that as well because that's one of my favorite parts of traveling.
Yeah.
Is actually learning about the city and it's just exciting to me.
Yeah. I think Rome would have been a place I would have frequented if I was back in the
oh my god
back in those days. I feel like I would have been around that area. I would have moseyed on up from Africa, got up into Italy.
Bob, that's really sweet.
Yeah,
you would have loved it.
Yeah, I've been hanging out.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna extend our time in Rome so that we make sure we can see
for sure
everything we want to see.
Let's do it.
But thank you for podcasting with me on this Wednesday morning.
Thank you for podcasting with me.
No, it's seriously no worries.
You look great, by the way.
Thank you. I'm
50-50 on the leggings, but I love it. I love
Why
the fit.
Are you 50 on the leggings?
It's you know how you said pink and black, sometimes how pink and black can kind of throw you off.
It's so funny. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but do you remember when I wore these when we were dating? And you loved them? I
wouldn't say that.
God, I think I said the same thing. You were just hating in your head about me the whole time.
No, you asked me if I like them, and I was like, not my favorite. I like the orange. I think you look great in the orange ones. I think you look great.
I got rid of those.
In the Gymshark. I love the Gymshark. I think you look great, baby.
When I had hot pink hair and I wore these, they were a vibe.
You used to appreciate my honesty.
Oh gosh, but just remember this when you're always calling me a hater. Remember this, that I take this with as a good sport.
Yeah,
that I'm being a good sport about this.
I'm always a good sport when it comes to on a fashion tip.
You just almost threw yourself off the couch because my pointer finger touched a nerve in your back.
It touched the thing right here.
I'm gonna need to see tears first before I believe it next time.
Okay.
I love you.
Love you too.
It's gonna be a great day.
I hope so.
I know so.
I know so.
I'm really happy.
Yeah.
All right. That sounded so lame. I'm really happy. No, I just am. I'm just thankful for good days. Okay. Love you guys.
Love
Thanks
you guys.
for listening.
Yep, thank you.
Check us out on Instagram.
Like, subscribe,
Check us
comment.
out on TikTok. Check us out on YouTube.
Are we on TikTok
Check
now?
Check us out.
Lacey's still not on Threads, so we're going to work on that.
Ooh. I like clicked to open the app the other day. It was a step. I downloaded the app, but I haven't set up my account. Okay.
All right. See you guys. Bye.
And blessings. Peace, and okay. Bye. I'm done. I'm done.